Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Toybox.
Okay.
Um, we are co-host Bob right over here.
And our host, Brian, right over there.
Yeah, I'm right over there. I'm right over there.
Mm.
Um, so we've got a cool show for you guys tonight. I
Yeah.
hope. And so we're going to go ahead and get started and go ahead and pull our special guest on now so we can get this ball rolling. So welcome Starboy Station to
Hey.
Hello.
show. Hey, how are you doing, Joel?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, well, thank you
Thanks for joining us.
for being on the show to talk about your Wasteland Sled challenge.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited to
I
see
think
some sleds.
everybody, I think everybody kind of thought that it was Bob and I putting this on, but it was actually you who came up with the challenge, and we just talked about it here. So
Yeah.
anyway, Bob, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Doing good. Had a show earlier with Will where we talked to a guy that's like an expert in like knockoff or off-brand O-ring figures, and had quite a massive collection of them, and had really dug in and found out their history and stuff. So
Cool. I'll have to go back and watch that because I've been extremely busy like this whole weekend doing various
no
things.
problem. Yeah. It's on
So
YouTube. You can
yes,
rewatch anytime.
I will. I am a part of the replay squad
Yep.
for various shows. I got to go back and watch the Let's Set the Tone with Timbo Toys from yesterday.
Oh
So
yeah, that was
Oh yeah.
good. Yeah.
I've got a couple of them queued up that I'm probably gonna watch tomorrow as I'm working somewhere or something. But anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get into this because we have got.
What- Do we want to say hi to the chat though?
Of course, let's say hello to
All
the chat.
All right, we've got our link master Bjorn here. Want to
Bjorn,
take care of one thing here real quick?
yes. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is breathing okay because the pollen is among us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's completely yellow green outside here everywhere.
And it hasn't gotten that bad here yet, but it's
Oh,
coming.
it's of course I live
Oh, and hey,
4 or
there's
5
Starboy
pine
Station.
trees.
Hey,
Oh, Starboy Station's in the chat. Well, all right.
Stanley's Toy Room. How
That's
are
how
you?
you know you're famous. Hey Stanley, what's going on?
And we got Jerry here. It's gonna be joining our
Jerry,
replay
all
squad.
right. Well, definitely watch the
Jerry.
replay, Jerry, because you have some pictures that are on here. So, definitely.
Scroll on down here. I know I saw some others. Oh, here we go. Nebulous Nexus. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Thank you for joining in. And here's someone else who'll be having some sleds show, I believe. Lord of Thing, how are you?
Hey, Angus, what's going on?
And Fat Red Foo, I know
Red
he's
Foo,
got
yeah.
an entry in there.
What's up? All right.
Here we go.
Task
Task
Force.
Force Games.
What's
Hello.
up? What's up? All right. Let's get into this, but before we get started, there's a little bit of toy news. What is toy news?
Did something happen recently?
Do what?
Did something happen recently?
Well, actually, it's not the toy news that everybody's thinking about, but this just dropped a few hours ago, and I'm very, very curious to what this is going to be. But did everyone see this? Because there's going to be apparently a new figure drop at Toylanta for Skeletron. Now, I know nothing about the Full Force. I know that's a podcast because I did look that up, but I know nothing about if that has anything to do with the figure that's going to be released, other than they said that I think it's Red Shadows kind of themed, I guess. And I'm not sure.
I know the Full Force podcast mostly does like G.I. Joe content,
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but then again, Red Shadows is kind of G.I. Joe adjacent. So
yeah, they responded on the post with like a black pirate flag, and so
Oh.
um, I'm not sure if that's got anything to do with anything, but normally when they respond, they just do like a like or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, but they responded with that little emoji. So I have no idea um, what that is about. So we'll find out tomorrow,
Yep.
supposedly. So I guess tomorrow
And
we'll.
Ian, I've got one. I don't have an extra one, but I do have one for of that Reaction Plus Jinx figure. So if you guys have questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram.
But speaking of toy news, apparently these are now Among Us.
Hmm.
This is your order actually, Bob. So does it
Yeah,
look familiar?
it does look familiar,
Okay.
and yeah. Fortunately, when I took the picture, I didn't like. So that's like the top layer. There's another whole
Yeah.
layer underneath.
Oh, of course, yeah. You gotta have 2 layers.
Yeah. There's
Oh yeah.
probably 4 or 5 layers. Probably it's
No,
probably
there were just two. I kept myself reasonable. The budget only
the
goes so
box
far.
the box of Eagle Force holding, and it's just you just keep on pulling boxes out. It's like, hey, there's more boxes, more boxes, more boxes. Yeah. So I love Fresh Monkey Fiction and Eagle Horse figures, but
Mhm.
yes, it is hard to try to um, collect that line when they drop about 10+ figures at a time, and
Yeah,
it's
and
it's
at about
very it's
30
very
bucks a pop.
expensive. It's very expensive. So I
Yeah.
definitely get it because I think when they first announced things, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna get like 5 of this guy, 5 of this guy,
Mhm.
and stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm I'm gonna have to like cut back a little bit. And then I had some life issues go on, and so I'm like, life or toys with no life. And I'm like, well, I got to do life first. So I had to cut back, and so I did.
Mhm.
And I ordered a few, and I have a few in my loot basket right now at Big Bad. But it's like I'm gonna say this: it's like if you can only afford 0 figures, then you can afford 0 figures. If you can afford 25 figures, get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
but don't put yourself out because you think you gotta keep up with everybody else. You do
No,
you.
your
You know
collection is your collection.
that's
It's not
exactly
a
right.
competition or a measuring contest. It's
Before
just
we get into things, though, I do want to show a couple things. These are on the back of a couple boxes. So basically, this,
oh, let me blow
if
you
you
up
want to
here.
go, hit me up. All right. So this is the Hellion figure. I've already opened him up, as probably most people have noticed. But so on the back of this, we have a few characters that we know. The Hellion just released.
Mhm.
Prince Zarzek or Zarkek, whatever. Yeah, Zarzek here. He was released like in 24. Um, uh, Jet Powers released in 24. John Strong released in 24. All three of these guys were released in the same wave. I love these guys right here. I love the space guys. All right,
Mhm.
so we see Wild Bill right here, right? Well, they
Yeah.
released the Wild Bill last year. Well, maybe it was whenever they released the gold Eagle Force figures,
Mhm.
and he was gold. And if you see, he's got blue and red colors. So
Yep.
I'm thinking variant to Wild Bill. Hopefully we might get
Yeah.
that. But but I noticed on one of the first packages it said find out more, go to freshmonkeyfiction.com. And so I did. And so I said, well, what are these characters? Because they have a little bit more in depth, I guess information about some of these that were on there. Well, I looked at the old Commander Coco, or Major Coco, I should say. And if you want to pull this up, you can look
Oh,
at the
yep.
back of
Hit me.
these, and there's like this new trooper, Alpha Trooper or something, Alpha Trooper right
Mhm.
here. there's this guy with the green head with a bubble helmet. His name is I can't even read my glasses. I don't even know. A Gradius or a Radius, something like that. I guess because you're radiated or something. And then
Makes
there's
sense
Dr.
too.
Einstein, which we have that guy, I guess. I mean, we
Yeah,
do.
he was the
Yeah,
alternate head of
yeah,
Commander Eagle.
that's right. So these
Yeah.
two basically, I think, share the same body suit, and they're actually the same figure, I think. But there's two characters. So anyway, but these two right here are ones that we have not
What I'm
seen.
wondering, I'm wondering if that Alpha Trooper is just like the trooper helmet that comes with Major Coco.
Well, it could be. It definitely could be. You might be right on that.
I mean, I don't
Um,
know for sure. We'll have to find out.
yeah,
But
you could be exactly right. But I did notice that it had talked a little bit about those on the website. So anyway, oh, and I do want to show you guys one thing. These packages are childproof, just so you know. Um, it's not like opening up a vintage collection figure or anything like that. We can just rip the blister off. It's like you have to like. I mean, these things are like it's like I kid you not. Well, I don't. I'm just gonna.
is it like the medicine ball where you got to push down then turn?
It is tough to get this. Oh my gosh, man! I don't even know if I'll be able to do it. I
Trying to
opened
go
up a few of them.
I got a
But
trick for that.
it's rough.
If
Okay,
you
anyway,
if
I'm
you
not
take
gonna
a
do it. I'm not
if
gonna
you
do it.
take a if you take a thin blade like X-Acto knife,
Yeah.
like a thin one, and stick it in there, you can just move that cardboard over and it'll
Yeah,
pop right up.
you're probably right.
You don't have to cut it. You can just it just moves that because there's a piece of cardboard that's holding the flap down.
Yeah,
You just have to move
I
it a
had the
little
other
bit.
ones that I pulled out, but my gosh, they were a little bit difficult. Anyway, um, you can open them up. And you'll probably do better than me, but anyway, it's I got three of them out so far that I opened up, but it's not as easy as the old packages. However, I do like the packaging of these. I think it's cool. But anyway, speaking of toy news, I know this is a 118th show mostly, but I did get the new Mandalorian, or I say new, the Target exclusive Mandalorian, where this is like I guess the ultimate version of him. This is like my favorite version of the Mandalorian. Is his outfit
Yeah,
right?
with the cobbled together armor instead of
Yeah,
the
with
bright
the
shiny. Yeah.
Sheriff Trooper armor on the one side over here.
Mhm.
Anyway, it was Target exclusive. It showed up this weekend. I was happy because I don't buy much 12-inch figures, but I do cherry pick a few ones, and that one is the definitive season one, episode one, probably Mandalorian. And then this showed up today.
Whoop.
Pretty cool. The
Oh,
Mandalorian
yeah.
from the movie deluxe figure for your Grogu, I guess, to fit on
Mhm.
there, fit on his backpack. Anyway,
Well, and he has more than one gun, so it has to be deluxe.
yes, and he's got a sword and a knife, and so
Nope.
anyway, I was
Oh,
kind of happy to get him.
Joel here. Yeah. Oh, whoop.
How's your card? Because
A lot better than that.
Amazon didn't do
Holy
many
crap.
favors.
This is mine right here. I wondered how it was going to be, but it's almost like, and I opened mine, but it's
I'm gonna open
like
mine
I was
too.
wondering how it was gonna ship. You know, like will it be crappy, whatever. But it was all right. You know, it's just luck of the draw. You know, the box was big enough for the package, or sometimes they're not. You know, so anyway, you're gonna
Well,
open that
just
one up
wait until
anyway, aren't
the
you?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
yeah, just wait until
I
the
would
robots start packing stuff.
I would definitely hold off for a better one if you're going to keep one in the package because that's not it. All right. Okay. Well, we are here to talk about the Wasteland Sled challenge. Um, before we get started on that, Joel, was there anything in particular that made you want to come up with that?
Yeah, that Fallout's I don't know, Flea. I think it's called the
figure.
Flea, maybe.
Yeah.
The Fallout snowmobile sled thing came out, and it was just really, really expensive. And I'm thinking, okay, that's like $129, and there's not even an action figure line to go with it. It's like, what if
Right.
we just made one for like under $10? And I think that'd be a kind of a fun challenge.
All right.
So yeah, I brought that to you guys and put a kind of a short time limit on it, and we got some pretty good responses, I think.
So I do want to talk about one other thing before we get into that. My friend messaged me earlier, and he was at a Walmart in my hometown. It's about an hour away. And apparently, that Walmart has put all of the Hasbro stuff on clearance. Now, I know you guys can't really tell what the prices are on that, but let me just go ahead and tell you. All these 6-inch figures were $10 or less.
Yep.
That's Marvel. That's GI Joe. Well, the GI Joe I think was a little bit higher, but that was Marvel and Star Wars was all like $10 or less. And I even like that Vamp right there. It's like $45. The Jeep from Cobra, and just crazy prices. I was like, wow. Well, the vintage collection was $5 each. And hey, Timbo. And I'm like, of course, this would be going on in my hometown. Like I said, it's an hour away from me. I wasn't gonna go down. I wasn't gonna drive for an hour. It's worth it, but that drive is such a painful ass drive to go there. It's been 2 hours and back just to go get those figures. And I'm like, I've got those figures, but damn, for $5 each, it's like if I'd have been there, I don't got a basket and scooped up all of them, because you don't pass on that low of price for figures. Luckily for a buddy of mine that sent the pictures to me, is like, hey, I'm here. Hey, Toybox. Do you want me to pick you up any? And I was like, if you've got the money, sure, I can send you some money or whatever. So he grabbed me a few. But it's like, geez, man, it's like $5 for vintage collection figures at Walmart. It's like, I don't even understand what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I just don't understand, why they're clearancing all that stuff like that. I know that they're about to probably put some, Mandalorian and Grogu figures on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? But still, that just seems like such overkill to, to move those figures like that. And even the GI Joe stuff, it's all like almost half price or less, And so, anyway, I thought I want to kind of set that out there. So check your Walmarts, I guess.
There's probably
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's probably a full price Lando still in the back on one of those pegs.
Could be. Now I will say this: I've checked both Walmart stores here in my town, and one of them doesn't even have vintage collection figures, and it hadn't had vintage collection figures in I don't know how long. But the other one that I took a video, they had like 30 of those 501st Troopers, and they're still regular price. However, hey, what's up, Red? However, they've moved them to a different part of the aisle now, and so I'm curious if they're getting ready to put more of the Mandalorian figures or the movie figures on that spot. Anyway, all right, enough about all this. Let's get into it. First, I guess person to send pictures over was Angus Lord of Thane. He made a pretty cool sled, and he included a driver. I think this is awesome. This looks like something that they'd actually sell in stores right here. Like it's super good. He did great work on that. There's the driver right there.
Yeah. And I like the way he kind of turned it around almost, where he put the tread in the front and the kind of skis or repulsor lifts in the back.
Yeah, it's really good. I like that. Like I like that a lot. It's so good. Yeah, and the thing, like I said, it's just an awesome piece right there.
That's
Hmm.
Did a
great.
lot of great work with that. Um, Macon Hicks made this one, and you guys know. I mean, Angus has been printing stuff like Madman since he got that printer, and
Hmm.
he's done a great job with that. Macon Hicks is, to me, he's like the king of droids and vehicles. You know what I'm saying? He's got a printer as well, but he's just been doing it a lot longer than Angus, and so I'd give like his his stuff is usually like next level. It looks like it's something you would see in a store or something. I mean, just look at
Hmm.
this.
Well, and the full canopy, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, I mean
And then
it's
all the panel lining
yeah, yeah.
is that's
So
insane.
great. Yeah.
These are two bangers like right out of the gate. Um, and to me it's like I would love to like be able to like make stuff like this, and um, they are just like I said they know how to like they're creators straight up.
Hmm.
And so anyway, so this was really good.
Hey, Pick Obi-Wan.
Hey Peak,
Thank you for joining us.
um, Ari. I don't know
Oh,
if you
neat.
guys know that has been on the show before, who
Yeah,
does Legos and Marvel Legends and Star Wars stuff. He made him a Lego Wasteland Sled. So
nice.
he messaged me, said, "Hey, can I make a Lego one?" I said, "Of course you can." And I would not think anything any less. I mean, of your submission to be Lego related. So that's awesome. Um, it's like if anyone wants to ever make a challenge that we're putting on or something, and it's the scale can be anything.
Sure.
Hmm.
Jerry
This
was
is
in the chat earlier. She made this Wasteland Sled. She was asking me a bunch of questions about it, and I was like, she said, "Is this going to work?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's going to work, Jerry." I said, "Go ahead, keep doing what you're doing."
hmm
Yeah.
Not all of them have to look like a certain image or something like that. We're doing, this is like a Wasteland Fallout, thing. So it's like some of these things can be kooky. You know what I'm saying? And so this is really good. It's definitely a different take on that. And so this is all the angles that she did.
And I like how it looks like it could go from like snow or whatever right into water and then back
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Like it's multi, like,
or if you're
uh,
over the ice and the ice breaks and you just
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
go into
exactly.
boat mode.
Yep. And
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
that is, and like she worked on underneath of it. So it's like that's a lot of great
Oh,
work,
wow.
Jerry.
Yeah.
So good work. Um, Definitely appreciate it. All right.
Oh, I recognize
Red
this one.
Food. This was his entry. Definitely, you can definitely see the Fallout vibe from this for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, you see the hand
Yeah.
like hanging out the back of that box. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's definitely something you would see, in playing Fallout or watching the movie, the series or something like that. Um, I think that character there's like like some he got an area in the back where he can like have extra equipment and stuff, and so super good work. Um, just
Hmm.
effective,
Well, and
very
also
effective.
check out Red's Instagram because he did like a little story on the building of this and everything that was really a nice touch to add to it.
Yeah, it's like I said, that Joy Toy figure is well he customized that one for one, but the head
Mhm.
is like from the cult of San was it Raya or something like
Yeah.
that.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, that is those figures were like straight up, Fallout inspired. I don't care what
Mhm.
anybody Joy Toy says. It's like those are definitely inspired from like Fallout. But yeah, really great work on that.
There's the Instagram link. If any of you guys
Yeah,
see.
okay. This entry was from David Dunn. You guys know him. He put this one together. Really great work.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. You know, he sent another
Oh, all
picture
these have been bangers.
Yeah, it was great.
where I think there's a little bit of glow in the dark.
Hey, PLM.
PLM.
See you again.
So anyway, and I think that, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be it as far as people contributing. Joel, do you
Yes.
have a few pictures, or do you have a couple things to show us?
Yes. So I made 2 sleds to make my life more difficult. One
Why
of them is a
not, right?
collaboration between me and Van.
Okay.
And let's see. Try to see the best way to do this.
Please do not drop it while you're showing it
Yeah.
all.
I'll try to flip my camera around, probably be easier. All right.
All
You see that
right.
all right?
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So this one is kind of modeled after a mushroom cloud to give the
Okay.
Fallout vibes. So it's kind of got this umbrella here that's, protects the driver from the snow and the storm or whatever.
Awesome.
And this guy, I made this custom driver. His name is Dave.
Dave.
He's really pissed because he said he would do whatever, but he didn't want to work in the snow. So yeah, he's like, I'm a cold-blooded lizard, and you're making me drive this thing. So
that's about how they put you in the workforce.
yeah. So this is I think the tank part is from an X-Men fig that I got in a box from my brother-in-law.
Oh yeah, that's from that. It used to be green, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I know the exact one.
The dome is from the mini paintings blind packs, and then that seat is off the Indiana Jones Jungle Cutter, and then this weird long piece is I don't know if you remember that Jawa van that I did for Figtober like 2 Figtobers ago.
I do remember
that was like a leftover piece that I stripped out of that van, and I just kind of like that shape.
Nice.
Of there, so yeah,
awesome. And so that's the first one.
Looks like you got a little Yeti back there stalking him.
Yeah, I did get a Yeti. I actually brought that out for the to show you what we got. While we're here, I'm just going to give you a little sneak preview.
Oh,
if you remember, I showed you the cube that I made to put in my shelf. So it's kind of it's still a work in progress, but it's the could be like sanitation or the engine cooling part of Starboy Station or whatever. So all right, so this is number 2. This one is called the bomb track.
Oh,
bomb track, nice.
So this is a Fortnite bomb that's repainted.
Yep.
And then this is another one of those tanks that is, I cut it in half so it would fit better.
Nice.
And then this was like a printer cartridge thing that I used as a seat. And then I just kind of wanted to make it kind of kooky, so you have to drive it with these levers here. So it's not the easiest thing to drive, but the thing that it does have that probably nobody else has is, if you can see that, it has a car phone.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's the bomb track.
That is fantastic work.
And just warning not to get involved in a wreck on that one.
Fantastic work, Joel.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good. So tell me once again, because I was trying to do 2 things at once. What is that area that you showed off? again? What's
Oh.
that supposed to be?
So let me flip back.
Sorry, I don't mean to like jam you up or anything, but
No, that's cool. So I put I've showed you I put the calyx in before on this side, and they're on wheels, and I can move them around so I can get to the closet and stuff.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
I was going to make the bottoms all storage, and I'm like, well, what if I, instead of making it all storage, what if I had like a cube? So on the bottom, I'll
Gotcha.
have this one, and then it'll kind of be like different levels of Starboy Station.
Okay.
So this is like the bowels of Starboy Station. So
Okay, that is awesome.
I don't know if it's waste management. I don't know what it is, but it's still a work in progress. But
Looks
yeah,
very good. Looks very
it's
good.
one of the things I've been working on.
All right, excuse me 1 second. I'm looking for something. Okay, where is it? All right. Okay. All right. I was looking for a figure. I can't find it right now. I'll check it out later. But anyway, I did want to show you guys that I am no quitter. But I did open up the Major Coco package, and so
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Can we see? Can we see the package?
Oh, you mean you don't really think I
No.
opened them up?
I think
curious.
it's more. He's wondering how much is left of the package.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
I did get into it. I was kind of being funny earlier about how tough those were because the first one took me about 5 minutes to get into it because I was trying not to rip anything, and I didn't have anything close enough to be able to stick in there and like move a tab over or something. And anyway, the next couple like kind of popped out pretty easy, but that one was a little bit kind of like the first one. But yeah, so anyway, I really like these figures. I know that that's not a surprise, but I would definitely take one of these guys in like any color, like orange and blue, maybe. I would take them in any color.
Bill, if you're watching.
Yeah, Bill, if you want to make some outer multiverse colors, I would definitely take some of those. But yeah, but it's like I might even paint one of these guys up since there's already a lot of blue highlights, just paint him orange. But anyway,
Brave man going with orange paint.
Yeah.
Orange and yellow are just my two nemesis of paint colors.
So they are at Big Bad right now. So don't miss out if you want to get them. I did have this Major Coco head. I was going to put it on a different body, but I cannot find the body right now that I was wanting to put it on. And so anyway, whatever. All right, so let's just go into these pictures that Joel sent. So these are some sort of close-up shots that he did. That he sent over to me. And so these are his shots of the two Wasteland Sleds that he did. They look super good. I really like this one. I really did not think that tread piece was from that tank from the Reaver from Marvel Legends, but because it looks super small in the picture, but I guess it is that size. I mean, that's for sure what it is. However, it's green, so great job of like painting it to where you can't tell that for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
And then this is one of the other shots of that, and so this is what do you say, the bomb track?
Bomb track, yeah.
Bomb track, yeah. Sounds like a Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bomb track.
That could be what it's named after.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
It started as a sketch in my notebook.
All right, look at there. Okay. Because see, guys, Joel likes music. Okay, and so a lot of his inspiration comes from music. So anyway, all right. Well, that is super cool. Here's maybe a couple more pictures of it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like this one. It's pretty much simple but effective. You know what I'm saying? Also, since it's like Fallout inspired, I just imagine that if the guy is like, man, we ain't getting out of this, situation, I've got to like, buy some people some time that bomb will explode at some point, and take out his enemies. That's
Yeah.
what's in my head, anyways.
Or when you just can't stand living in the nuclear post-apocalyptic wasteland anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And boom, turned into a
Yep.
ghoul, or something like that. But anyway, very nice, very nice. Those are two great uh, pieces, Joel.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And so,
Yeah, everybody did a great job on making
Yeah.
these.
yeah, for sure. Thanks for everybody that contributed to that. I thought about making something, but I am just terrible at like putting vehicles together sometimes. And I was thinking about using a couple of upper. I was actually thinking about using the same tank piece that Joel had because I've got that, but I've got other ideas for that one. And so I wanted to keep that one for something else because I'm going to use that like as um, like a droid hauler or something because I've got I think a droid I want to kind of put in the hole there where the other body screws in, from the
Okay.
Marvel Legend figure. And so I'm thinking about putting a droid there, making like a droid, an actual droid hauler is powered by a droid. But anyway, but yeah, thanks everybody for putting the work in and sending me those. I believe that's everybody that sent pictures to us. I believe I went through and looked through my Instagram like 2 or 3 times, and I believe that's everybody. But if I didn't, let me know, and I'll definitely like shout you out about that. But anyway, yeah, thank you for everyone who put that in. Um,
Mhm.
Joel, is there anything else that you're working on?
I'm working on this cube, and then I'm working on my old diorama that I've been using as Old Town in my story.
Oh yes,
Um,
yes.
so that diorama is like 9 or 10 years old, and it was just made for a display. So I'm like, it needs more depth. It's really hard to take pictures on it because everything is just so flat. And so I've been cutting it out and adding little alcoves, and I'll probably make it a little bit wider and a little bit deeper, so it's better for pictures.
I am. I've been like Chancellor Palpatine, and like I'm going to follow your career very closely with that storyline because it's like I like to see like where this is going, and so each time you post something about it, I'm like, okay, it's like what are we gonna find out this time?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but super super great work on that. Um, so what about you, Bob? I know that you've got some things lined up for next week
Yeah.
on the show. If anybody
Oh
wants to
yeah.
guess next week's show is going to be about. Um,
Yeah. Besides that, I have been working on a custom figure. Here's some of the pieces I've been painting on. These are just some of them, but there's some more.
okay.
And I want to take a moment to give you a big thank you for hooking me up with another
Oh,
addition to my Spider Kimonos collection. In my opinion,
here,
the
let's put that.
coolest of
Let's
the
put
White
that up.
Rangers.
Let me
Oh
see
yeah.
that again because okay, pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah. Now I will say he did have to have some like stickers applied. So anywhere
Yep,
that looks like the paint's off, that's probably where I just didn't get the sticker on
gotcha.
right, or got a little. And besides just him, you also hooked me up with a nice new addition to the Soundwave collection. So
Yes, yes. Well,
yeah,
I
that's
knew
pretty cool.
you. That's one of your favorite Transformer guys, and
Mhm.
I was curious if you had that one. That is basically the Hasbro Red line where they don't transform. They're basically just like 6-inch figures, and they're
Oh, okay.
straight up just they're
Well,
posable,
and
but they don't transform.
yeah, and I did like that the cassette deck. Whoops. Well, I say works, and I just
Oh yeah,
cassette deck works, and there's like an actual little I get it from the
Yeah, I
thing.
was gonna say
The
they
set that
did
goes in
put
there.
I was gonna say they did put something in this chest where
Hmm.
the door will open, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
nice touch.
I I got a couple of those figures that they made just because I don't know, man. You know how it is when they make a new toy line and it's like, oh, those are cool characters and such, and so the line didn't last that long.
Mm.
Maybe like three waves, maybe four waves, something like that. Like,
Well, for a toy line, that's not a bad
yeah,
run.
I mean, it was not, it didn't last that long, but I got a couple figures. I got like and they were hitting like they were doing not just G1, but they pretty much went all over the place with the line, which is something you wouldn't think they would do, but like they did a Beast Wars character, and then they like I said did G1 figures and stuff, and Transform movie figures and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I
Yeah,
had
to answer Ian's question, no, this isn't the Blockies version, but he is on the shelf
this is
over there.
A Hasbro
Yeah.
figure, Ian, which this was probably made about 5 to 7 years ago, maybe. It was in
I didn't
my
realize it'd been that long.
Yeah, it's been somewhere around there, because he's been sitting with my other sound waves for a pretty good long while. I have a sound wave collection as well, and so he was sitting with them, and so I took the collection down and I reorganized the room last year when I got back from Joe Fest and did my little siesta. And so anyway,
Mhm.
so I put the ones up that I um, needed to, and then that one was just kind of sitting off to the side because it's
And that's fine.
not really a transformer, but it can go with
Mhm.
other sound waves because it's a sound wave. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, don't
um,
worry. He has found a new home where
good,
he will be
good.
loved and taken care of,
That was the main thing.
and have some other sound waves to like run around and play with of like all sizes. So
That is awesome. Yeah. Um, so for me, I did get a few things in this week that I've already showed you some of the stuff. The Eagle Force came in for sure,
mm.
and I still have some in my loot bucket or basket or whatever you want to call it at Big Bad, and so I did get a couple Star Wars figures. Other than that, I am um, just kind of like wanting to take some pictures and stuff.
Mm.
You will probably see a lot of Eagle Force related pictures over the next couple months and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just because everybody's getting the figures now, and so anyway, just be prepared for
Hey,
that.
Jason, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jason, what's going on? And if you guys didn't know, not
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
is Jason doing his train, stuff. He's also created an Instagram account for his sort of sci-fi world. That's
Mhm.
118. So give him a follow if you haven't. Um, but yeah. So that's what I'm kind of been doing. Um, I've got a lot of figures to kind of look at, and with the Eagle Force, and a lot
Yeah.
of customs to potentially to make out of those. And so it's a good time right now to be Eagle Force fan for sure.
Yeah. And
Um,
you probably got a few, just a couple of extra heads laying around after getting those.
so the Coco, I already took the one Coco head out of there. But this little pack just has like um, four regular heads,
Hmm.
that come with it, and it's a five counting Coco, and in the helmeted head on the figure, six heads. You
Yeah.
know, I mean that's probably going to be the most that they ever release with one figure, probably. Um,
Oh, you never
but
know. Who,
but
you know.
it's Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I know that some people have been getting Marauders figures in. Um,
Mhm.
the Vietnam figures are still, I guess, trickling in, or different. I wouldn't say waves, but I guess different installments or whatever. And so I've seen people post those, and so those are kind of cool to see. And then also, we have this movie coming out in May called The Mandalorian and Grogu. And
Oh
so,
yeah, I've seen a trailer or two about that. Yeah.
yes, yes. A lot of those figures that were previously pre-ordered, I guess a few weeks ago or whatever, I would just say be prepared for them to hit like any time, because
Mm.
uh, you know one of the new brothers or inquisitors has already hit. As far as like being in stock in some places.
Oh,
Um,
check my loot again.
Yeah, I know Amazon got one of those guys in already. And then I've been having emails pop around about the rest of those guys, and it's going to be like the first week in April for where the remnant troopers and stuff are hitting for
Oh,
Amazon.
okay.
Um, I know that uh, the the wave that had Greedo, um, Poggle the Lesser, and the
Yeah.
other ones, the Snow Trooper, and then I guess General Veers or whatever. Those have been creeping closer to now mid-April. So it's like you could wake up on this Friday and see that um, they're going to be hitting like the following Monday. That's what Amazon does. Quite
Yeah.
often is like you'll be going into a weekend thinking, okay, I'm gonna spend this money on this weekend, and then Friday night you'll be like, delivery changed. Your item will now be delivered on Monday. It's like, what the heck, man? It's like I was planning on spending. Well, I guess I know what I'm spending my money on now.
Yeah.
So anyway, um, I think other than that, right now, we other than the wave of the movie, the
Mhm.
Mandalorian movie, and then that wave that has Greedo and those four that I just mentioned. Other than those, I think that's the only thing that's on pre-order right now, as far as like regular figures.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
I mean, I know the guy from the Acolyte is coming in like in the first week or second week of April as well. He was one of the ones
Oh, the
in
Stranger?
pre-order. Yeah,
I
with
think he's already available at Big Bad.
okay, maybe so,
Yeah.
maybe so.
Yeah.
The
So
the Maul Shadow Lord figures are rolling out
Oh,
too.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
um, oh yeah, 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 yeah. So those are hitting, and so other than those, I don't think we have any. That's like April right now for those. So we don't have any figures like in May. As far as like single carded figures. I mean, we have the Chalmans 4 pack,
Yeah.
that's coming out, in October or November or whatever, and then we have, I don't know, there might be another 4 pack or something coming out, but pretty much
Well,
by the time like mid-April gets here or first of May, it's like it's not gonna. I mean, it's about time for them to put another stream together and show us some figures, So
well,
um,
or we could, pump the brakes a little and let people's wallets
give us a
catch
little
up
bit of
from like
time, right?
all this
Yeah.
Eagle
Oh
Force
yeah,
and
yeah.
Star
I forgot
Wars.
about the guy from the Rogue One who's just pre-ordered as well. So I think more of that's going to happen, in the future. Is that we're just going to have some drops that we don't know anything about, and they're just going to pop up, and they're like, you can pre-order this guy next week. I think they've kind of done away with the pipeline a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, because nobody wants to wait and see stuff like that's maybe 2 years coming down the pipe, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, well, you could for
Well,
sure know that either before or after the movie comes out, there will definitely be a stream then to talk
mm,
about
Yeah.
figures, because
well, yeah. Bjorn's
probably the
guaranteeing
second,
us a new stream.
yeah, probably the second um, wave of figures from the Mandalorian. Maybe that figure will be the bounty hunter, Imbo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd like to
Um,
get him.
Me too. Me too. You gotta you almost gotta know that there'll be another variation of the Mandalorian that they're going to have as well. So just be prepared. Be prepared. But anyway,
I
currently
actually didn't order the deluxe one because I was like, I've already got this guy with ball jointed hips. You know, it's
that's a
I don't
myth.
know.
That's a myth. Ball jointed hips from the Mandalorian is a myth, Bob.
It is not. I guarantee you, I have it on the shelf behind me. I
Okay,
will pull them off the shelf if you need me to prove it.
that's just an inside joke for me because it's
Oh,
like
okay.
I was telling the guys that they haven't made a Mandalorian with ball jointed hips with the Beskar armor, and they're like, yeah, they did. I'm like, I've got like 4 of them right here, and I don't have a single one of them that has the barbell, or ball jointed hips, and
Mhm.
they're like, it does. I'm like, no, none of these do. I said, I know I have every variation of the Mandalorian, but I don't have the one that got those hips. Anyway, so they're like, did you get the one with the Naboo fighter? And I'm like, or the N1? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, well, that's one of them that's got it. I'm like, oh, it's still on the card. Sorry. So my bad. Um, but they just updated the season 1 Mandalorian that came with the blurg. So that one,
Mhm.
was updated
Yeah.
with those hips. I'm like, are they not going to ever update the Beskar Mando? And anyway, yeah, who
Well, if they
need? I
do
mean,
too many updates at once, like in one figure, then you won't buy
well, that's true.
more.
Yeah,
You
it's just
know.
like the
So.
Stormtrooper. How we need,
Oh, don't even get me
those.
started on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also,
Hey,
yeah,
Michael.
Michael. I
And hey, Tom. What up?
Hey, Tone, what's going on? And so yeah, yeah, the Devil's Bargain figures
Yes.
are here, and just keep that between us. They will they'll be available shortly. So you know, just be prepared.
Yeah.
Save a little bit of money for those because you know um
Although,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, but I think the plan is still to kind of like stagger the
yes.
release of those out. So,
Thank God,
yeah.
because
Thank you, Ed.
yeah,
We
because
love you, Ed. For
that is a blessing at this point in time
Mhm.
because it's like I don't want my wife to totally kill me at this point in time.
Yeah,
But yes,
I don't want your wife killing you either, because then I'd have to like take over the show full time, and oh my goodness,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, but yes, don't forget about those. We will probably have a little bit more information about those next week when we talk about the topic that we talk about. Because this
The
guy's
mystery
got
topic.
pictures to take. He's got thousands of pictures to take this week. So
Well,
anyway,
maybe just hundreds.
okay,
Because StreamYard only lets us do so many, so
that's
don't want
right.
to crash the stream.
That is exactly right. But yeah, so um, I thought the Wasteland Challenge was pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I
Love the
think
Yeah.
entries we got.
yeah, definitely like the turnout. Like I said, we've got Eagle Force coming up next week, and
Mhm.
if I had to guess, we'll probably be talking about the Eagle Force figures probably for about the next month or so. Honestly, just
Yeah.
because
Quite possibly.
there's a lot of figures that come out, and so even the reissues that come out as well.
Mhm.
So anyway, so yeah, so that'll be on the docket to talk about. And potentially, whatever else, comes out between now and then. I mean, you got the Mandalorian movie coming out in May,
Yeah.
which will give us April, potentially maybe 2 or 3 weeks in April to kind of like breathe a little bit before we find out anything about the next wave or whatever. And I'm pretty sure if I had to guess that they've already got everything lined up to show us that it'll either be the next stream or there'll be a couple of like announcements on a Wednesday or something saying, figure coming up tomorrow,
Mm.
pre-order Friday. We intercepted this transmission, blah blah blah. So anyway,
Many Bothan spies died getting us this
yes,
information.
yes, for sure.
And by the way, yes, everybody, if you're not following Bjorn on Instagram, do
Yes,
so because he does some like cool custom like kit bashing and
yes.
whatnot. So
Yeah, and also that reminds me, Ian, when does Mall come out?
I want to say April 6th is the
April
date
6th.
that's
Yeah.
popping in my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean that's right around
Soon.
the corner, pretty
Yeah.
much. Man, I can't wait to see that too because man,
Oh yeah,
looks
that
so good.
looks like
It's like I could
yeah.
watch that. I mean, if they want to make 3 or 4 seasons out of that, I could watch
Yeah.
it for sure.
Yeah.
Just make up some shit and let's just keep watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
for sure.
Oh, here's the first 2 episodes are April 6th, and I think it
Yeah.
ends on May 4th. I want to
May
say
4th. Yeah.
maybe I
If
could
I'm
be
not
wrong.
mistaken,
No, that's right.
they
Okay.
do drop like a couple episodes each week or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I could be
Apparently
thinking of
that's
another show.
that's what Bjorn's saying.
Yeah, 2 episodes.
Well, that's good. That'll be like an hour
Yeah, for sure.
each week of
Yeah, because like 15 or 20 minutes is just not enough time to
yeah.
watch a show like that. It's like it's great, but it's like it goes by like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
And
all
some of
right.
these,
Well,
I'll go back and like watch the previous weeks and then
yes,
the new one just to get
that's
more
right.
because I'm like
Yeah,
I'm so glad they brought Darth Maul back or just
yeah,
Maul
for
at this
sure.
point because
That to me, there's
he
got
got
to
done wrong
be
in the Phantom Menace. He
there's
just
got to be a callback to Savage, man. There's got to be.
there
Yeah.
probably will be a flashback or
There's
something
got to
at
be,
least.
man. And with that, they'll make the deluxe TVC version, which I'm
It's
fine
about
with.
time.
Or
Yeah.
Fine.
since they brought Maul back, maybe they can come up with some way to bring Savage back.
I mean,
I wouldn't complain about that.
I would not complain about it either, honestly. I mean, they bring people back in the Marvel comics all the time, or in the
Oh
comics,
yeah,
I should say. So I wouldn't
Marvel
mind
Comics
if they
death is
brought him
like a
back just
suggestion.
for a magical 36 hours. You know what I'm saying, or something. Whatever. Anyway, also I wanted to mention that the March Madness TBC Final Four I think is going on right now, and if I'm not
Oh, are they down
mistaken,
that far?
yeah, if I'm not
I know I've been voting,
mistaken,
but I haven't been keeping count of like
the Final
how
Four
far they are.
is Luthen,
Mm, mm,
Wrecker,
mm.
who's the third?
Not that I don't want the bad match. I was just like, since it's going to get whittled down to one.
What's the guy's name from Rogue One? Saul Guerrero.
Oh, nice.
And the fourth is Pong Krell.
Let's go.
And
Okay.
Pong has won it before, and so maybe he wins it again. Maybe not.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be between Pong and Luthen, is what I think it's going to be potentially.
Ian here singing Pong and Saul.
I'm not sure. I think they're on the same side of the bracket, but anyway. Okay. All right. Well, do you guys have anything to mention before we get out of here?
I don't have anything.
No. Oh, duh. I keep forgetting this. Die Hard 3.75 is on later tonight at 9:05 Eastern time. So
yeah, definitely check
take
him
a little
out.
break, have a little dinner, then
He will, and you guys pretty much talk about like all things O-ring and like
we cover a lot of O-ring.
It's like it's kind of like on the lower end of the scale price, and Die Hard does a lot of talking about Joy Toy and Acid Rain stuff too, and Star Wars. And he's kind of like on the higher end, or I say higher, I don't know, and maybe middle, I don't know. And we maybe are about the same way too. I don't know if we're middle or high. I mean,
I would think like Star Wars is kind of like the middle price, and we cover that a lot. Eagle Force is mid to high.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
fine. It's definitely
but
high.
anyway, if you watch all 3 shows on a Sunday, when
Right.
or on a Sunday when all 3 are on, you get the full.
That's right. You get the
1/18
gambit
extra.
of 1/18th, man. The gambit
Yep.
of 1/18th. I do have one other thing to say, and I technically, I normally wouldn't say something like this because I don't know. I kind of want to keep it to myself, but I'm gonna spread the love, I guess, or some information. But it looks like uh, Pia Club is now open to sending shipping to USA, and it's like for the past four,
Okay.
5, 6, 7 days, it's been open, and they have reduced prices on figures. So some of them are as low as $29.99, and you will not find those as cheap anywhere else. So
Yeah.
just FYI, the people, if you use PIA Club before all this shipping tariff thing went crazy, it looks like they are back. And from what I've heard, is their shipping times are about the same before they went through this whole thing last time. So usually
Right.
it used to take anywhere from like 8 to 14 days, and then when they took away the minimus tax, it could take anywhere from 30 days.
Yeah.
And looks like it's back down to like 8 or 10 days now, or 12 days. So anyway,
Well,
just an
excellent.
FYI.
Yeah. In case you hadn't spent all your money yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you got any other, $30 or $40 to spend on stuff, but I mean, you can't beat $30 acid rain figures. I'm sorry, it's just.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
$5. It's like $5 TVC figures.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all right. Well, hey, we're gonna end it right there. It was a good show. Thanks, Joel, for coming on and
Thanks for having
talking
me
about
on.
the challenge. Definitely give us a like, please, and subscribe if you don't mind. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the replay squad to watch as well. We love you just like we love everybody else that's here. And we will see you guys next week. So everybody have a good week, and we will talk to you later.
Take it easy, everybody.
All right.